Check 1 2. Check. JB,
Check 2
you
3.
there? You there? Yeah. JB's there. Duff.
Yes.
Silence with Duff. Silence. Where's Duff?
I don't know. Where is Duff?
I don't know. He didn't show up this morning.
No. He's MIA.
He is. I think it has something to do with...
We have a big announcement.
We do?
Well, we do.
What's that?
Well, there's a big day tomorrow for both of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. Well, it's more of a big day for him.
Are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that, I guess.
What else you got?
The big game.
The big game.
Yeah, don't say it.
I will.
No, don't.
I will.
No.
I will.
I gotta
I'll
get my
mention the
pen
big
out.
game and the games.
The games.
That you'll be so much beeping in this episode, you'll be up for hours after this.
I know, right?
Editing.
You make me do all this work.
You like it?
I like it. No.
Yeah.
No.
We also have a guest
We do have a guest.
who's back.
Because you know what time of the year it is.
It is.
It's that time of the year.
It's the big game.
Well, the big game, but there's also the big ceremony.
The big ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah.
The big game and
The big ceremony. The big games.
Maybe we should get going.
Okay, let's get going. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
Morning, JB.
Morning,
Or is that
DDT.
BJ.
Morning, Duff.
Duff.
Is Duff here?
Duff is...
Maybe you
I
should-
see a seat over there, but it's empty.
Maybe you can throw in the crickets sound effect.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say, hi, Duff. No, nothing.
No,
He's
nothing.
not here.
There you go.
What's going on with him?
I don't know.
Why is he not-
Is he better than us, you think, now?
I think he's like, I think this podcast fame has gone to his head.
I know.
Eh?
So, well, we should talk about the big thing, though. So the reason,
Yes.
the excuse that he gave
Yeah.
for today
Yeah.
is that, well, first of all, you two have a birthday on the same day.
Yes, we do.
You guys both celebrate your birthday on February 13th.
Correct.
Which you tortured me about a few years back.
Right.
However, for him, it's an extra special birthday
is,
because
yeah.
he's joining the 50 Club.
That's right. He turns the big 5-0.
The big 5-0.
You know what he told me, eh?
No,
It's just a number.
it's just a number.
It's just a number.
It's just a number. It just happens to be a really big one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
just the number. I said, are you having a party or what's going on? No, I'm not. I don't want to do anything like
No.
just the number.
Didn't want anything at all. However,
They did go to the Nordic Spa yesterday. Can we
did
say
they?
the Nordic Spa?
I don't know. Why not?
We just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, his wife,
Yes.
who in lieu of a party,
Yes.
reached out to some
yeah,
people
yeah.
to create a little video. He won't hear this, right? Until
I don't know if he will listen to this episode or not. Like,
well, we shouldn't release this until tomorrow. Then,
he's a very important guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't release this until tomorrow because he can't hear this today.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Secret safe. What's would you like to apologize for something?
Oh, sure. Well, we should say that we are coming to you live from Scotty's Corner Diner in
Thank you.
Bell's Corners. Once
Delicious
again,
breakfast.
another delicious breakfast, the Western.
Yes.
And I'd like to apologize for Duff not being here, I guess.
Is
Should
that
we
really?
apologize for
We
that?
should be thankful for that.
Yeah,
no?
I guess we would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I changed that to we're thankful that Duff's not here today.
Yeah, exactly. So what do we got for content?
Well, we've got, of course, our very special guest who's a good friend of the show.
Yes, good friend of the show. Third appearance.
Third appearance. See, that's a record.
First live appearance.
First
no
live
less.
appearance. Yeah, I think the last time he did it, he was on his way to a brunch.
Yes,
He
backseat of
was
the
on
car.
Backseat of the car. His young son talking away.
Yeah, very heavily engaged in the conversation.
Exactly. Exactly. He might have been a little distracted.
There you go.
Yeah. So we've got that. That's a new record, eh?
Yes.
3 appearances
I
on
think
this
so.
show.
Yeah,
More than anybody else.
absolutely.
That's awesome. So we have him, and we'll get to him in a minute. What else? You were talking about the video. You didn't finish that.
Well,
That
I
we
don't.
sent to Duff.
Yeah, I got sidetracked thinking darn it, we can't talk about that today. But anyway, he won't hear this until tomorrow.
I don't know.
So having said that, his wife reached out to friends.
Yeah. Because he didn't want to party.
Yeah, to record a little video.
Yeah.
Which we did, and then we sent that off to her, and she's going to create some little magic to celebrate his and commemorate his 50th.
I had a hard time sending mine over to her because it was a big file.
How big? How long was it?
Oh, it wasn't very long. 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
No.
No, mine was like a minute and a half.
Yeah,
like
probably mine was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot to say to Duff
on
that one.
I actually did take advantage of the fact that you probably wouldn't see it to make fun of you a little bit. As I usually do. I threw you under the bus in the video to celebrate his 50th birthday.
Oh, Jesus. That's not nice.
No.
I didn't do anything like that. I want to take mine back.
Take it back.
And redo it. Now that I know that.
What are you going to do? Yeah, you'll never see it. Actually, maybe I'll show it to you.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I'd like to see it, actually. Yeah.
All right.
Mine, I couldn't figure out how to get a selfie thing on my camera, on my phone, I mean. Camera phone.
You've been in the 50 club for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm turning 56.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I know, right? I don't look a day over.
That's a really big number.
45.
No. 45 plus 20.
Yeah, exactly.
All
56 years old. So what else? We got the big game
Yes.
tonight.
Does anybody care, though?
I know. I mean, once people, what?
We're both Bills fans.
That's true.
Nobody else cares. Nobody else matters.
I'm going to make a prediction, go out on a limb, and say the Eagles will win this one.
So that means they'll lose.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all your predictions are typically the opposite.
Based on, exactly.
Which is considering our guest today, you should make the predictions because they will all be wrong.
Probably, because
Okay.
I haven't seen any of...
No.
Well, that's not true. I saw a couple.
I saw a couple too.
Yeah.
I did some research though, so we can talk about
Oh,
that.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, you always save the show with the research. If it wasn't for you, Duff and I are.
You guys did fine last week.
Show up.
When
You weren't there. You were sick. Yeah.
I had a man cold.
Duff showed up, but we did it a bit later.
I had a really serious man cold, however.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I was borderline going to call the ambulance.
The wambulance?
Yeah. But we didn't have to get to that
The
point.
mandulance?
The wambulance.
What's the wambulance?
Oh, I was crying.
You were crying.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Duff appeared. He came later. Like, we were supposed to have this guest on last week.
Yes.
And I wanted all of us to be here for it, but I couldn't cancel him 2 weeks in a row. That would not be nice.
No, that's
Couldn't
not
do
very
that to him.
professional of
No,
us.
exactly.
All right. So speaking of which,
But not a very professional show in the first place.
I believe we should bring him on.
Okay, just back to the big game 1 second. So I'm saying Eagles. So you think the KC will win now? I just say that because Mahomes is injured, I think.
I'm
They're
thinking
not-
Eagles
not
as
covered.
well.
You think so?
Yeah. I just hope it's a good game. And I prefer, personally, I hope the commercials are good.
Yeah, that's always the highlight, right?
It is.
If the game sucks, but the commercials are good, sort of makes up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is a good game. If Mahomes is not hobbling around on one leg.
It's the same thing about the big ceremony, and we should talk about this with our guests.
Ceremony.
The big ceremony.
Well, yeah, let's bring him in.
The big ceremony itself is less exciting than often the jokes that are made there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Those are more memorable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, as we were saying, we know what season this is.
Yeah.
It's awards season.
It is. The
Last
award
weekend
season.
would have been good to have him on because it was the Grammy Awards.
Yes.
Can we say Grammy?
I think we can.
Okay. So it was the Grammy Awards. We could have talked about that too. I'm good, thank you, Brianna. Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah. I'm just going to slurp away at this coffee. The Grammy Awards, well, let's bring Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demers, onto the program right now, onto the Podbeanskis. Give the Podbeanskis what they're waiting for, and they don't want to hear us.
They don't care about us.
No, exactly.
No.
They want to hear Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demers. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thank you so much for the Botox certificate you gave me.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, at 56, he has a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Botox.
He gets a lot of Botox kickback from using so much of it.
Well, yeah, but speaking of Botox, you know who gets probably a lot of kickback? Is Madonna.
Oh, yeah. Did you see
Oh, my God.
a lot of chatter about her face?
Oh,
She's barely recognizable.
Can we still call it a face at
I
this
don't
point?
know. My wife says, oh, she's so beautiful. So what? Have you
Really?
seen a picture of her lately?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of memes out there. She looks like Miss Piggy. She looks like everybody but Madonna.
You get this. You get this when you start doing the plastic surgery thing. You have this phase where you look good, and then there's a phase where you start looking like a human converting into a cat.
I was going to say, so it's always the high cheek,
Yeah.
squinty eyes. It's a very cat.
Like you throw in whiskers and you're done.
Here you go.
She looks so awful.
Halloween's
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I get. Well, I don't get. Like, she's what, 60 something, 65 or something like that, and she's trying to maintain her looks and trying to be young.
Like,
But she's gone overboard.
That's not that old, right? Like you can
No.
still age gracefully and still kind of do some. There's some very beautiful women.
Jane
out
Fonda.
there. Oh yeah.
Well, she must have had a little bit of work, but she looks great.
Yeah,
And she's like
like 90,
elderly.
Yes.
elderly. That's a good way to put it.
Again,
Yeah.
you can take care of yourself and age gracefully, but there's I don't know. I mean, I've always liked her. You know, I
Madonna?
grew up listening to Madonna, and you know, she's been
Why
a
am I not surprised by
she's
that?
been a character, right? She's pushed a lot of boundaries and stuff, and I don't know.
Well, I bathe in skim milk and I let my cat lick me clean. So that's my secret.
Of course.
That's an
That's your
old-
exfoliation routine.
I think
Yeah.
I might have to bleep that.
Yeah.
The whole thing
What?
out.
That's a Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
That's speaking of Scandinavia. That's where the Duff was yesterday, right? Nordic, doing the whole
Have you
hot
been-
and cold.
have you been to the
baths.
Nordic spa?
I have, yeah.
I love that place.
Oh, I screamed when I jumped into the cold water.
I love that.
then-
I have
Oh,
a-
you did the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the freeze. Someone tried to sell me on this. They said go in cold,
no,
cold,
No.
and then it's gonna. You stay in there. You're supposed to stay in there for like minimum 3 minutes.
Oh, what?
that's very long.
That's what they
Yeah.
told me. The benefits. But then once you
No.
get out, you feel like $1 million.
But you're supposed to get in
Yes.
the hot water after that.
Yeah.
I have a cold shower every day.
That's crickets.
Every day, I finish my shower
I don't know.
with like 15
Why?
seconds to a minute of like
That's
super cold water.
TMI.
It feels good. It's refreshing.
little
It wakes you
TMI.
up, man.
Yeah. Okay.
It is what it
So we got to
is.
bleep that whole section.
I think so. Yeah, we just lost our two listeners.
Yeah, the guy, the Podbeanskis in Romania just clicked it off.
Yeah.
So no, like, so I went. We went for our anniversary, which is end of October. So it's not warm outside. It's cold. It was
That's
cold.
the best time, in my opinion. though.
Well, then I jump in the cold pool. Oh my god, it was freezing. So I'm screaming basically. Almost got kicked out because you're not supposed to scream. You know.
I can picture that. I don't want to, but I can picture that. It's like Mr.
Yeah.
Burns going into a cold bath.
God, it was terrible.
Speaking
Anyway,
of getting
yeah.
kicked out, so I'm in the like the lounge where it's like
Yeah.
the quiet area.
Yes.
So you're sitting in like this really nice area and you're in the water, and so there's people chatting across
Yeah.
from me, and of course the people come out and they shush you, right? But
Yeah.
she just assumed it was me, so she's shushing me.
Oh no!
I guess she looked at everyone here and was like, "Oh, it's got to be that guy talking." I'm like, "It's not me."
I'm sitting by
I'm
myself.
pointing. I'm trying
Discreetly.
direct her, to the people. I'm not. She's like, "Shh."
Yeah. I know they do that, right?
Very shushy. But it wasn't me.
But it is annoying though, right? Like
It
'cause
is.
It is very quiet, and all of a sudden there's always that couple or
Yeah.
that person
That
that's
was
just
me.
making a bunch of noise.
That was me. Yeah. That was.
Not me.
no.
It was me. I'll admit that.
I actually like being quiet there. It's so relaxing. Then you go to the bar section, have a drink.
Are they a sponsor?
No,
They should
Oh,
be.
okay.
maybe they should be. We don't have a sponsor.
Well, Scotty's.
Scotty's Corner Diner
Yeah.
allows us to use their space very graciously,
Yeah, exactly. Very nice.
Yeah.
So
but we've yet to roll in the big bucks.
that's true.
No,
Yeah, we're getting pennies for this show.
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. So let's get back to
Let's get back to the important
Real-
points here.
from cold showers to cat licking off milk. I don't know where we went. So getting back, yeah, the Grammys. Did you see Sam Smith's performance? Like, who's
Yeah.
this guy? First of all,
Sam Smith. Yeah, he's kind of evolved his look, eh? And if you've seen him, there's a recent
call that
picture of him.
evolved?
He's wearing like a black, almost like a
Yes.
balloon-esque.
yeah,
Looks like Biden
What
might try to
happened?
shoot him down. It's a weird
Exactly.
look.
yeah.
No, he's trying to push the envelope. He's they always do this. The pop stars, they get very
Yeah.
risque. Your Lady Gaga's, your
Well, I saw another picture of him. He's a bit overweight too.
yeah, he's a big guy, but
So-
he's one of those proud to he wants to
Yeah.
flaunt what he's got.
Well, so
Flaunt what he's got.
the other picture was he was on all fours. Okay.
Oh, didn't see that one.
With like barely any clothing on.
What
and
websites are you looking at?
No, this was on Twitter.
I don't know about that.
Somehow it was
on
on
the dark
Twitter.
web?
No, on dark Twitter.
Dark Twitter?
I don't know. Anyway, he was like tied up like bondage, and he looked like everybody was putting pictures of like, the roasts when you're about to bake a roast. They're all in the
Madonna was
strings.
doing that 40 years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, that's what he was doing now.
They
too.
all gotta
but
do-
it's just like,
they all do
why
it.
did my eyes? I'm gonna have to go put acid
Yeah.
in my eyes or something. It's like Jesus.
Well, it's
Anyway.
like everything else in society, sadly, at the moment. It's like everybody needs to push the envelope to get attention, right? So,
the one guy that I know that does not need to push the envelope is Mr. Hollywood, sitting across from us right now.
You won't see me on all fours, ready for a pig roast.
not on dark Twitter, anyways.
Not in Scotty's Diner.
No. So, entertainment. How'd you get in the business?
Listen, I love me some pop culture. Always have. I don't know what it is. I grew up in a small town, watched a lot of TV, watched a lot of movies. Actually, going to the movie theater was actually a big event because there was none in my small town. So we go
Which small town?
Limoges.
Limoges.
Oh, nice.
Just outside of Ottawa.
That's right. And there was now there's the Canada's largest water park on my old street.
Yeah, right.
But growing up,
really?
Oh, really?
growing up, not there.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. No, of course not.
Imagine
yeah.
how fun! Like I've been so popular at birthday party time. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. No, that wasn't there when I grew up. It was a dirt road. But yeah, going to the movie theater was a big deal. It was
was.
so fun. So I just kind of grew up with that, and then of course got into reviewing the films. Now I'm like, it's like Pokemon. Got to watch them all,
Yeah.
even the bad ones. Even the, I'll tell you what. Last there, I was questioning what I do because I was alone in the movie theater watching the Magic Mike sequel.
my
The
God.
Oh.
the
Really?
stripper.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah.
me, and I was like, what am I doing with my
Just
life?
like,
Yeah.
like you were alone.
That's
in
a
the-
bad look.
Like there was nobody else in the theater as well.
I clued in the guy that ripped tickets. I'm like, I have to review the movie just.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you
Just
know.
cover yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to be doing anything
He's
weird in
going
here.
there, sure, buddy, sure.
I was talking to a friend about that the other day in Ottawa. Like I grew up like I would go to the movies almost every weekend. Like I just loved it. And Ottawa had such a nice collection of old movie theaters, right? Like the Somerset, Place de Ville, Elgin Square, like and we were talking about the fact that the Bytown's still around, right?
Bytown and Mayfair. Those are the two.
yeah.
Those are the
Yes.
two.
Yeah, Mayfair on
yeah.
Bank.
And it's a totally different atmosphere when you walk into a place like that. The coziness, the tininess, than when you go to a landmark. And landmark's fantastic. Like those
multiplexes.
Those chairs are like just so comfortable, but it's not the same feeling that you had as a kid in those tiny movie theaters.
I was up in Cochrane, Ontario, and you know that
yeah,
you know
I
Cochrane
have family
very
in
well.
Cochrane.
That's right.
Yeah,
So you know about the theater up
I
there.
have been there many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Many times. I saw E.T. there.
Did you really?
I did.
Yeah, it's the classic small town theater.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
I love a good small town theater. Yeah, but the multiplexes are right. Now it's everything under the sun. They have theaters now where if it's raining in the movie, it like will mist on you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's called
It's like a Disney,
It's like a 4X experience.
Yeah.
Special. It's I don't know how much it costs. Never done it, but if there's an explosion, your chair will actually rattle.
Oh, wow. That's like Disney.
Well,
like
they-
you go to Disneyland.
I was going to say, when we went to Universal, they had, like,
Yeah.
I would say out of the 10 rides we did, probably 5 or 6 of them, as you're going through, there's water splashing in the ride or whatever, and then you get some...
The best one for me was, it's funny, but so
It's a
the
Small World?
No, God,
That's
no.
your favorite ride, isn't it?
No. A Bug's Life.
Oh, really?
So you go in the little theater, you sit there, and that's what it is, like the water, the chair, you know, that stuff. But my younger son, he hates bugs. He hates bugs, right? He's afraid of bugs, whatever. And when we went, I guess he was maybe 9 years old, I think he was. And so when the bugs come up and the chair like pokes you and stuff like that, he was freaking out. You know?
I'm sorry.
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah. And nice slurping, by the way. And so he was freaking out about the bugs being on his chair and stuff. And so we had to leave the theater.
Oh, no way,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. But it was funny because,
That's
I
funny.
was just like, no, it's not real. It's just,
I know, but they make it seem like now.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of like what if I watch like a horror movie in one of those cinemas, and then you like fake stab you
Yeah.
during the movie.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I don't know.
Oh. Maybe. Eh?
They're always going to try to
No,
make you.
well, they're
exactly.
pushing the envelope.
They
all
want
the
to
time,
make you
right?
immersed in
Yeah,
the movie.
True.
Yeah,
True. So yeah, you've been doing this a long time then.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm
So grew up watching movies.
finger on the pulse. Is that what they say?
Finger
Yeah.
on the pulse. Yeah. Yeah. So you've been. I know because we worked together on a show,
Yeah,
you and I, back in the day, which was a lot of fun to do.
Mr. Hollywood. Yeah,
Mr. Hollywood.
But that was
Hollywood A.
But that was fun. That was because I miss doing that because
Yeah.
that was me and Darcy just goofing off and trying to like
Yeah.
have some fun with the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
actually like poke fun at it.
Yeah.
So I kind of miss doing that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I would go and like interview celebrities and like,
Yeah.
try to
Throw
borderline
them
off.
off them. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't want to say offend them, but you're trying to
You're trying to get a good soundbite
Yeah,
out of it
exactly.
or whatever, right?
Exactly.
What was the one?
that was a little different. And I miss that because
Who was the one guy that sort of got pissed off?
Joshua Jackson.
Oh yeah, Joshua.
We were in a
Yes.
Celebrity Feud.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Because
hilarious.
at the time he was dating
Yeah.
Katie. Oh no, he was with Diane Kruger, but on
Yeah.
the show, Dawson's Creek, he dated Katie Holmes' character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that time, Katie Holmes was with Tom Cruise. So during the interview, I kind of said, "How do you feel about that? Your character Pacey must be pissed." Right? As like an meta, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like how would
No.
Pacey react? His character,
Yeah.
his fictional character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would he react to Katie Holmes?
Dating Tom Cruise.
Dan Carter. He did not take the bait, and he got very offended. And
He
tried to have me blacklisted from the Canadian Screen Awards.
No
Really?
way.
He did that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
I had
know
to
that part
fight
of
to
it.
come back the next year. That was a real deal.
Oh, that's right.
So Jackson,
Yes.
I've never forgotten.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that because
But-
JJ.
But the world has forgotten about him somewhat.
That's right. What's he up to now?
Yeah.
No,
was-
not much.
No, I don't know.
but he's a Canadian actor,
Yeah.
right? So, but it was funny because of the reaction, like everybody else, Mr. Leahy or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great.
From
the late John Dunsworth. We lost
yeah.
him. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the
didn't know
Trailer
that.
Park Boys.
Trailer
Very
Park Boys,
fun.
yeah.
Played
Yeah.
along. You know
Yeah, he
when
did.
someone's got a good sense of humor.
Oh yeah, he was great. Joshua Jackson was so funny. I remember editing that segment and just like, oh, Jesus, he's taking this seriously. Come on, buddy, it's a joke.
It was a
for
joke.
God's sakes.
Joe.
Yeah,
That's funny.
we had the two psychologists on.
I love them. Yeah,
Oh,
we
they
should
were
check
great.
up on them.
Oh my God, they were fun. Eh?
What were their? Marlene was the
Marlene,
lady.
yeah.
I forget the guy, but he
Oh.
was great.
Yeah, they were both good.
We asked
were
them celebrity related questions as we relate to therapists, and
Yeah. Relationship questions.
Did they
about-
have good answers?
they
Oh,
were
my
fantastic.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
An elderly couple, I would
Yeah.
say, in their 70s, maybe.
Oh, they were younger than that.
Little
at
younger?
that time.
You could have long conversations about some of the celebrities. Well, Madonna was one of them we just talked about. Like you
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
long conversations with therapists about some of the celebrities out
Yeah.
there right
The
now.
best is we had, because a lot of these celebrities were lashing out
Yeah.
in the media, like, and we would give them the script of what the celebrity said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they would read it out
No
and
way.
get their.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been awesome.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
We did one
What-
with Mel Gibson.
That's right.
The one that he threw out there with all his
Oh, the
anti-Semitic.
yeah.
And they would read it on
and,
air.
and Matt
then-
would have to guess what
Oh,
celebrity
that's
it
right.
was.
It was a game.
Yeah, it was a game.
Guess the celebrity outburst.
And they
yeah.
would read it word for word. So like all the swear words and
No
everything.
way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was great.
What show was this?
It was called Hollywood A.
Hollywood A. Okay, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah. So I can't find it anywhere, you know?
I think
I
might
thought I
have-
had it.
I think
somewhere.
I have it.
You have it?
I must have it.
No, I was trying
Yeah,
to look
dig it
for
up.
it not long ago.
We'll put it on. We'll put it out there.
We should.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So you were behind the camera, huh?
I was I was
And Mr.
producing,
Hollywood was the
directing.
face of the show.
Yeah, he was.
Which
And
is
we had a
which,
great
which
writer on the
looking
show.
looking at the two of you right now, that's a good choice.
Probably.
Yeah, you need to
Although-
be you need to be behind the camera.
I did make an appearance on that show right at the end. If Mr. Hollywood
Are
remembers.
you talking about the
because
full
the full frontal.
full Monty? Yeah.
Yeah, the full
Of course.
frontal nudity. Exactly. Because so for that show, we also interviewed
David Cronenberg. You know,
David Cronenberg.
the famous director.
Yep,
yeah,
Cronenberg.
absolutely, The Fly.
And he's always done weird movies.
Yeah.
So I posed to him. I was trying to get a gig in one of his movies,
Yeah.
and I said, if I go,
Well, he asked you if you do you do nudity.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
He
Yeah.
asked you that
Yeah.
specifically.
Well,
Yeah.
because I was probing him about how his movies
Yeah.
go off the rails, and I said, yeah, of course. So we sent in photos, but I didn't go full nude. So
No.
I sent in photos where I was partially covered. I had like a fake skull covering the goods.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his publicist actually sent a response. He
Yeah,
was
she
like,
did, yeah.
she's like, oh well,
It's not full frontal.
Not fully nude. So no.
Yeah.
So Darcy decided to step
DDT.
in. DDT. Sorry. DDT stepped in with the most shocking photo shoot. Because you had a few photos. One of you getting out of the shower.
Oh, what the heck?
No.
Yeah.
Did I? I don't even remember.
You had a whole lot
I might have had a cold shower. Right, JB?
We'll post those on Twitter.
No.
On the Twitter,
The
no.
last one was me jumping in the air.
Oh, that's maybe what it was.
Yeah, jumping in the air, fully nude.
Yeah.
And the premise was, well, I'm not going to do it, but my producer.
Yeah, my producer's definitely going to do it.
That's hilarious.
And that was the last shot of the
That
show.
was the last. I
was it
think
not?
that's what a way to end.
Yeah.
That's when you jump the shark.
And it was so funny because we shot the show like sort of live to tape at the Arc Lounge.
That's right. Yeah.
And we had a monitor there to show the all the segments.
To get the
people
reaction.
To get the reactions. And then the reaction on that one was everybody was horrified, basically.
Although there was one guy that was laughing. I've never heard him laugh that loud.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But everyone was pretty much.
Horrified, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I was a little upset by the horrification of people's faces. Is that a word? Horrification?
It is now.
Yeah. So anyway,
funny.
so that
So you-
was good, yeah. So what?
So you had a TV show where you guys did this. What did you move on to?
Well, the movie review stuff, you can't. You got to take that seriously,
Yeah.
as it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to review
Yeah.
these movies, right? I got to tell the people, the public, whether or not to spend their money on them. So that became a thing. So I was going on all the chat shows, the morning shows, the CTVs in Ottawa, the CFRA, which I still do their movie reviews, the resident film critic.
Yeah.
And now I work for a company also called Watch Mojo, which people may have heard. They do the top 10s.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 everything in the world. Did we do it all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've
You're a
watched
big fan
that
of
tons of times. Well, yeah. They actually have really good reviews.
And we're international people all over the world would have known Watch Mojo. Yeah, absolutely.
So our Podbinskis in Romania.
I'm sure they would.
They would know Watch Mojo.
Our
I'm quite sure.
Podbinski, I guess.
Yeah.
Or one listener.
Well, I'm sure. Hopefully he does. Yeah. If
Yeah.
not, check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch Mojo. So how long you've been doing that then now?
So I was freelancing with them for a while, but now I'm
Yeah.
a full-time employee with them.
Oh, okay.
Fully immersed in all their productions.
Wow.
So that's been about a year.
Nice.
going
that
well.
long, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Good stuff. So let's get on to then
The big celebration.
the big celebration.
Can we not say the O?
I think
Yeah,
we can
I
say
think
the
we can
Oscars.
say
The
the
big O. The big O.
I think we
Big
can
O.
say Oscars. I think
had
we
the-
can
I
say
had the big O.
the Academy Awards.
I
we
think
say
you
it?
can.
But I don't think we can say
No. Oh my god.
or the.
Oh,
Can we say?
Oh my god. Jesus.
I don't think either.
No.
What's Darcy making a note of
I'm writing down the
Good old
time.
DDT's making a note to bleep it out.
Bleep it.
a timestamp?
Bleep it out.
Yeah, I should be slurping when he's saying those words.
You should. Maybe that's the sound effect that you
Yeah,
throw
I
in
got it.
now instead of an actual beat. Just you
give
slurping.
me a quiet moment here.
hold
I'll
on.
do the slurp so I
All
can
right.
insert it.
Yeah, that was a terrible slurp.
Yeah, it was. And then one more time.
All
I'm
right.
almost out of coffee. That's the problem, and it's cold.
That's terrible. Yeah, let's stick
Anyway,
with the beat.
maybe I'll look one up.
All right.
We
So
digress.
where did the name? How did you get the name Mr. Hollywood? Just gotta clear that up.
Mr. Hollywood. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a drunk Mary Hart gave me that. No. I think I called myself that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, people always have these fun stories. No, I know what it was. In high school, I used to do like the morning announcements. Remember the guy would come on and be like, hey, check out the,
Yeah.
and everyone in radio always had these weird nicknames.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta give myself a nickname.
Yeah,
Mr. Hollywood.
And I
like it.
being the pop culture guy, I call myself Mr. Hollywood. Yeah.
nice.
Very nice.
That's good. So yeah, getting on to the Oscars, the Academy Awards.
Yes.
Have you seen all the movies?
All of them.
You have, eh?
All of them.
Yeah, I bet you
in
have.
every category.
Well, we talked. I think off air
we
we talked
talked
a little
about
bit
this.
about. There's some obscure
Yeah, like
the documentary
yeah,
shorts. Some of
yeah.
those I don't. It doesn't come across my desk.
yeah.
But everything else, the main categories, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the last 2 times we've had you on,
Yeah. It's
we've always had the picks.
a little bit of pressure, by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and Duff beat you out on them.
on one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we roasted you on that one too.
Well, he got one
afterwards.
right that I didn't.
Yeah, I
and-
know.
Yeah.
And the last time we picked best hair and makeup, I think.
That's right. We just threw that one out.
threw
as
that
a-
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this time, so then to you of the movies, let's say, which one do you think, like, what was your favorite?
Oh, like
Maybe not
personal favorite might not win.
personal favorite might not win, but out of the ones that are,
For this year?
the nominations are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go through them.
Oh, we do the best picture. Okay.
Well, I'll just go through.
You want
the
to jump in?
nominations,
You want to
but-
jump in right away?
Well, I'm just going to say what
Like-
was his personal favorite, but
Yeah.
I'll just give the nomination so people are aware of that,
Of what's
All right.
out
of
there.
what's out there. So
Are we-
all Quiet on the Western
Oh,
Front.
this is best director.
No, this is Best Picture. See, I've got it written down.
Oh, I see.
Best
Wrong one.
Picture.
I was
Yeah.
looking at the wrong part of your list there.
So All Quiet on the Western
And
Front.
some people would type
I
and
write
print
them.
it, but you've
Or-
actually
or-
written.
or
I
have
did
it
write
on their phone.
Yeah.
Well, my printer is out of ink.
No
So-
one's printer works, right?
Yeah, no,
Is that a
these
thing?
days,
I
yeah.
don't
No,
think so.
everyone's like, can I borrow
Yeah.
your printer? Can I print?
Yeah.
No one's
Shaquille
printing.
I gotta-
O'Neal is trying to sell everybody ink,
Yeah.
but apparently nobody's buying.
You know what I do now? I go to the Staples.
So, yeah, print there.
Yeah, I go and print there. It costs me like 5 cents.
My printer's on the fritz all
And
the
do
time.
they-
And
do
$3
sell-
in gas to go
Do they
drive
sell
over.
Staples at Staples?
Yeah, probably. That's that joke right there. So All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
Avatar, The
Yeah.
Way of the Water.
Mhm.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Mhm.
Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Everything, Everywhere, blah, blah, blah.
All at once.
All at once.
All
The
at once, come on.
Fablemans.
Yeah.
Tar. Is that right?
The tar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he has to go to the other side
The
of
other
the
side of the
page.
page, yeah. Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
Triangle of Sadness.
Yes.
And the last one is Women Talking.
Women talking. And that's what the movie is.
women talking?
Well, they're in a barn and they talk.
That sounds that's a disturbing story. Considering
It
it's
was.
a true story, that's disturbing.
And
Anyway,
it's,
I don't know.
Sarah
it's
Paul-
very sad.
Sarah
Yeah.
Polley directed.
Okay, so which is your personal favorite out
Of
of
all
this?
the movies that you just rattled out, and the
Yeah.
one that I enjoyed watching the most,
Yeah.
Yes.
because I saw it in cinemas, on the big screen,
Yeah.
in the IMAX,
Yeah.
with a packed crowd,
Yeah.
was Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was an exciting. It got me. It was like, this is what cinema's about. This is cinema.
Yeah.
Everyone, the excitement, and by the way, it's like almost like a 3-hour movie.
I know.
No lulls.
No.
No.
Were you surprised
No
that it
lulls.
was that good?
I absolutely was.
But let's call a spade here and say if it was the old format of the Academy Awards
Yeah.
with 5 pictures as Best Picture, would Top Gun Maverick? No. So,
No.
Would
yeah.
Avatar be in there?
No.
even?
Well,
Probably
maybe.
not.
James Cameron's got it. He's got a little in with the. With
I
the
heard it was
Academy.
terrible. My young son went to see it, and he was like, "That was terrible,
Speaking of long,
boring."
It's almost
Yeah, it's
that
long,
one's
yeah.
almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long movie.
Yeah, he was gone all afternoon, and then he came home and he was like, "That's terrible."
But 2.5 to 3 hours seems to be the norm now
It does,
for
yeah.
these big blockbusters.
Well, I don't know, but I enjoyed Top Gun Maverick as well.
Yeah, Top Gun
I went
Maverick's
to the
great.
theater as well.
The only issue I have with that is the, like, when it comes down to it, the attack on the base reminded me of Star Wars
Okay.
so much.
Oh, that's what everybody brought up. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Where they're going on the Death Star and
Yeah.
they're following
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
thin line,
Yeah.
and then they have to drop like some kind of bomb
Yeah.
down this shaft. It's
Yeah.
a very, very similar storyline.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But I thought it was
It was good
really
otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a fun experience. It was a great experience in cinemas. The other one that I would recommend that people may under the radar, and again, I don't think it'll win, but is Triangle of Sadness. This is actually, it's I would call it a comedy because I laughed
Well, they
so
said
much.
it's a black comedy.
It's
yeah.
but it's great, and it won the Palme d'Or Awards at Cannes.
Oh.
But no, it's great, and it's not going to win. But this is one that people should go out and check out.
Okay.
Triangle.
I like any movie with Woody Harrelson in it.
He's great. He plays a drunken
drunk captain?
Drunk captain.
So I'm going to say that, you know what? I've actually seen some of these movies. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Great.
I've seen that.
Netflix.
Elvis, I've seen. And Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, I've seen.
Yep.
My personal favorite out of those would have been All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. This is a
Really?
German movie, right?
German. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
the
they spoke
World
in
War
German.
One. and
World
It's
War
telling
One, yeah.
it's telling this heartbreaking story.
Yeah.
What I loved about that too. So obviously it's
it's on the German side.
Yes.
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 but it's
instead of the Allies,
That's
right?
right,
It's
yeah.
it's a different perspective.
Yeah.
but you feel like you're in those trenches.
Yes.
The way it's shot, and then
Yeah.
the soundtrack. Wouldn't you agree that the
Oh.
soundtrack, the music,
Amazing.
right?
Yeah. Everything, to me, everything about that movie
was
was
good.
amazing. I didn't see it in a theater because it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched it on my TV. But still, I mean, it was a longer movie as well, if I recall. Yeah, it was good. It was really, really
You
well
can make
done.
it a case for all of these.
Yeah. Well,
they're
I don't
great.
know about Avatar. My son, like I said, didn't give it a ringing endorsement. So if you can't entertain a 13-year-old boy,
Yeah.
then the only reason why it's on there is, like you said, maybe Mr. Hollywood is James Cameron has some pull with the Academy.
It's the technical achievements too, because it's all motion.
Right.
It's all the
Right.
motion capture,
Right.
and
Right.
I don't know.
Which seems to be a lot these days. Like if you look at all of the the Marvel movies and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
they're-
this will the special effects in here will blow that out of the water. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the.
Right.
It also won't win. Are we giving our picks or?
Well, I don't know. We're just talking about it. What
we're
did you
talking-
think of Banshees of Inisherin?
It's great. Yeah.
I prefer, like, I love those two actors
Yeah.
together. I thought In Bruges
I was gonna say, yeah,
was
In
a
Bruges.
better movie, in my opinion. And I don't think it was nominated for anything when it came out.
No, I don't think so either. But this one, yeah, there's a few little things in this movie, and I won't spoil
No.
for your
No
loyal
spoilers.
listenership. No spoilers. But it kind of took me in places I didn't think I would go.
No,
Yeah.
it's interesting for sure, to say the least.
Yeah. You know what? I just thought of something that we could do with Mr. Hollywood. Thank you, Brianna. Oh,
Sorry.
thank you. I got more slurping to do. We should have Mr. Hollywood give us a Lanark pick.
Oh, we could.
Eh?
Yeah, we could.
Give us a Lanark pick. We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll talk
the
about.
end.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are we picking Best Picture?
So, well, why don't we get into this then, and do our picks?
All right, let's do
The
this.
three of us, and we'll see who comes up after. When are the awards? Like, at the end of the month?
It's March
Yeah,
12th,
Or March.
I believe.
Oh, it's really that far
Yeah,
away.
but you know
Oh, I
what?
didn't know
People
that.
like this because then they get to go out and watch them all.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Yeah.
if based on our picks, they'll probably want to watch those.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That's
well,
why-
based on your picks, JB and I, and if Duff was here, they'd probably be like, "I'm not watching that."
No,
Those
nobody
guys.
listens to us.
Yeah, exactly.
All
That's
right.
why we have you on. But anyway,
But there's also a slew of other award shows leading up to
that
it.
is true. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
award season's a real
It
season.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. What are the other ones?
That's well, you had the Golden Globes took place
Golden
already.
Globes,
There's a
yeah.
Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, right. The screen.
There's all the
Directors
guilds.
Guild.
Yeah, Screen Actors Guilds. There's lots of guild
Yeah.
awards.
Like we said, the Grammys were on last.
Grammys
night.
happen. That's the music.
That's the music.
So do you vote on any of these?
I get to actually place a vote for
Yeah.
real on an award show called the Critics' Choice Awards.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
I literally get to
Yeah.
fill out a ballot, and I get for your consideration, things sent to my house.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Next time you get one, send it to me, and I'll I'll do it for you.
you fill out my
I'll
ballot.
fill it out. I'll
Fill
fill
out
out
my
your
ballot.
ballot.
They'll be like, they'll probably kick me out. Be like,
He
this
has
guy's way off.
He has a reputation to keep here.
He voted for that.
Send it out, and I'll cross
God.
them out and write something else in.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get on to
Okay.
the actual coming up awards.
Pressure.
Yeah, big pressure. So best actor. Here we have.
No. We're
What?
going.
We're gonna do Best Picture
We're gonna
first?
do. Let's finish that category off.
Oh, okay, all right. So as I mentioned, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Banshees, Elvis, Everything, Everywhere, blah blah blah. The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle Sadness, and the last one is Women's Talking.
Yeah,
Women
Women
Talking.
Talking.
Women Talking.
The EN
women's
is the S.
Silent. The S is silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. What say you, Mr. Hollywood?
Well, it's a good thing you're not presenting the winner because the winner
Yes.
will be Everything, Everywhere, all at once.
Blah blah blah.
That's my pick. That's my early pick. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
That's
a
the one I
July.
think. Well, it's riding a big wave right now.
Oh.
That seems to be the favorite.
Who's in that one?
Have you
Michelle Yeoh,
Oh, right.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
Have you not seen that? And the guy from Indiana Jones.
That's
Yeah.
right. Who
Who's
we'll
that?
get to later.
I forget his
He-
name. We'll talk about.
Yeah, his name will come up later. But that's great. It's it's a multiverse movie that's not superhero. That goes so hard. It's
No,
a
no.
trip. It's a real trip.
It is.
I haven't seen it.
It's even hard to explain.
It's hilarious. Like you
I've
can't
not seen it.
explain it unless you've seen it.
Yeah.
And
Like there's so many weird things in that movie,
So much goes down.
but such an original story. on how they approach it.
I think if a JB endorses it, I'm not going to watch it.
No.
But Mr. Hollywood's endorsement may mean that I might just have to watch it.
So yeah. You know what? That would be my pick as well. But I'm gonna go out on a limb just to be different.
Yeah.
And I am gonna go completely off and say
Like not even on the list.
no. Top Gun's gonna take it.
Top Gun. Really?
You know what? I think that was.
Don't count it out though, for real.
There was so many high expectations, and the expectations from so many people. I think that it was gonna suck really bad.
Right.
That it blew a lot of people away, and it blew me away, and I had really high expectations. Like, as a kid growing up, in high school, I saw Top Gun like probably 10 times, right? Like I wanted to be a pilot. That was like the movie, right? Yeah. At the time, and so I just, it's ridiculous. Why are they making a sequel to this, right? And it just anyway, I'm picking that one.
It might, the Oscars have for Best Picture. They have something called the preferential balloting system. Oh. And I would need like a high school math teacher to fully explain it. Oh. But based on that, Top Gun actually has a really good chance of winning because basically people put their top 3 picks and you get certain points. And I can imagine Top Gun would be in almost everybody's top 3.
Right.
So that could actually propel it. Yeah.
Push it over the.
But I still think everything
could
everywhere.
Push it over the top.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's your pick? It's ridiculous.
So my pick, actually, I talked about it already.
Yes.
Since I've only seen 3 of the movies on the list, that's all I can go by. I saw Elvis. Okay. I tried to watch it. I find the style that was told in a little bit hard to watch.
It's a Baz Luhrmann movie. He's the director. He did Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good movie.
And
but
always wear sunscreen. Remember that song?
What?
Baz Luhrmann? Always wear sunscreen?
Oh, no.
No? Did a song as well.
Oh.
Okay.
I digress.
Yeah. We just brought the podcast down.
Yeah.
Again. So my pick out of the ones that I saw, okay, I really like Top Gun Maverick. Elvis was good, but I'm going back to All Quiet on the Western Front. That's my pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
just because I thought it was.
I just want to state, just so that our Podbeanskis can visualize, you actually wrote out all of these, which we talked about already, but your list for Best Picture, there wasn't enough room, so there's actually an arrow and on back to indicate that your list continues on the other side.
Take a photo and send it to Duff. So that
we should take a picture of that. That's hilarious. Oh, hold on. Perfect. There we go.
All right. We'll send it to Duff.
All right.
So mine's All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
Yeah, really well done.
Would not be disappointed if it wins, but
no,
I'd be surprised.
I would be happy because it's my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would have beaten you 2 clowns with it.
Well, beating me is not a really hard thing to do. Beating Mr. Hollywood,
yeah, that's a bit more difficult.
Who does this professionally? If you beat him out, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that was Netflix just texted me saying they're happy to hear your pick. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Netflix. That's their only shot this year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. So there we go. Okay, let's get on to Best Actor. We have Austin Butler, Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin. Brendan Fraser. That one is like outside the box. The Whale.
Wow.
Paul Mescal, After Sun. And Bill, what is it, Nighy? Living.
Bill Nye, yeah.
Bill Nye? You don't pronounce the Y?
Well, I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a phenomenal actor.
Bill Nye?
I've seen him in everything from what's those vampire movies with Kate Beckinsale? Underworld.
Oh, the Underworlds, yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the bad guy vampires in there.
I think I know who he is then.
Love Actually to
his filmography is like a Japanese phone book. There's so many listings.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Such a weird range.
This is a tough one. And what are you saying about Brendan Fraser?
What's all that
well,
about?
why did you say out of the box? That's a legitimate.
Well, you know what? I saw an interview with him last week or something. And he was going on, and I'm like, why are they talking to Brendan Fraser? Like, what did he do?
It's his comeback. It's his comeback.
But I never heard of The Whale.
Yeah.
What's that about? Is it a documentary?
No,
No.
it's about him. He plays an obese man.
600 pounds.
600
something
pounds.
like
He's
that.
wearing, you should see the photos of him in this suit.
Did he not balloon up to that anyway?
No, he got pretty heavy, but
He
not
did
that
get
big.
big.
Not that big.
Yeah.
But no, it was very emotional. The movie itself is a little stagey. It felt like a play.
Right.
But you know what? He's my pick.
Oh, God.
This
there's
is the
a picture
Brendan,
of the whale.
This is the Brendan Fraser comeback year. It's between. By the way, it's between him and Elvis. It's
Okay, yeah.
Austin Butler. They're going to
Austin
duke it
Butler.
out. They're going to duke it out. So either one. It's going to be either one. But I'm going
gonna
with
go
Brendan
with
Fraser. He's taken a lot of these other awards leading up to it.
A
I
good
think
Canadian boy, too.
it's his redemption year.
Yeah.
He seems like such a nice guy.
He's cried
Well,
at
he's
almost every
Canadian.
function.
I've
He's Canadian, right? So he's
yeah.
nice.
I've actually I watched all his movies growing up again. Some better than others.
The Mummy?
But ironically, I've
All
been
the
watching
mummies?
a TV show called Doom Patrol, which is superhero things. And there's a robot character on there that he plays.
He's the
and he's hilarious.
Okay.
He's really, really good. It's actually a good role.
making a comeback.
But anyway, so
It is
now
like
he's making a comeback on the
Hollywood
big
love-
screen.
They love the comeback. Hollywood
Yeah.
loves the
All
comeback.
right. So it's going to be Mr. Hollywood's pick is Brendan Fraser.
It's
from
a
The Whale.
it's a toss up between him and Elvis, but I'm going
You're
Brendan
gonna go
Fraser.
Bray. What about you there, BJ?
You know what? I'm gonna pick Bill Nye
Oh wow!
for a
Okay.
living.
For what?
For a living.
Just for living, or
That
'Cause he's
both.
alive, or-
Yeah, just happens to be the name of the movie he
Oh.
was in. But
Oh, right.
I'm gonna go off. Yeah, and say Bill Nye. I think Brendan Fraser's probably gonna win, but Bill Nye.
okay? Bill Nye. Bill Nighy. Is it Nye or Nighy?
I
I don't know.
No.
I want to say nah. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah. All right. Well, I've only seen the one movie, Elvis. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna counter Mr. Hollywood's pick because he says it's a toss-up
I
between
think so.
Austin Butler and Brendan Fraser. So I'm gonna do the opposite and go Austin Butler for Elvis.
You could
because
do-
you know what? I did think he portrayed Elvis pretty well in that movie.
He
I
embodied
thought he
Elvis.
was good. Yeah.
And plus, with the passing of Lisa Marie, there's a lot of
yes.
added
Yeah.
Emotion.
emotion, and he's got the family support. But Priscilla has been with him and Lisa Marie up until her passing at all
Yeah.
these award shows. So
Right.
he's got the full support of the Presley family, and we know that the Academy loves movies about showbiz,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
better showbiz performer than Elvis? So yeah, you could take it. I'm talking myself out of my pick. I'm still sticking with Brendan Fraser.
Okay. No, but I mean, what surprised me watching that movie, and I don't know how factual. I'm assuming it was pretty factually correct.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if they took many liberties, but how popular that guy was throughout his entire career. It was crazy.
Yeah.
When he started doing the Vegas shows and all that
Well,
stuff.
women would just lose their minds.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and we were talking about Cochrane. I was in Cochrane staying with my grandmother, and my mom, who was on a trip with her sister in Europe, calls me up the day that he dies in tears.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember the day he died
Me
because
too.
my mom called me from
Yeah.
Europe in Cochrane
Yeah.
to say, "Oh my God, Elvis died."
Yeah, I remember the day too because I was up at my uncle's cottage, and you were talking about when did he die? 78, I think.
77.
77,
1977,
right.
Yeah, August 16th.
And I was at the cottage, and we had 2 channels that they were able to receive, and of course that was on the news. So I was what 10 years old at that time. As you know, I'm turning 56 tomorrow, as we discussed.
I was 7.
I wasn't alive.
You.
Nope.
All right. Well, after that note,
All right.
let's move on to Best Actress. So we have Kate Blanchett in Tar, Ana de Armas in Blonde, Andrea Riseborough in To Leslie, Michelle Williams, The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere, blah, blah, blah. So let's go JB first.
I'm
this one.
interested in this one. This one's a bit of a tricky one for me, so I'm intrigued. Your insights.
He's indecisive.
I'm
He's looking it
going
up.
with Michelle Yeoh.
Okay.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. I thought her performance was just really good in that movie.
Yeah, and you haven't seen any of the other ones, so
That was a tough role. You know what? I've looked them up. I saw some of the stuff that Kate Blanchett did. I didn't really Anna de Armas like as Marilyn Monroe. I don't know.
that one got it.
People hated that movie.
Yeah.
Well, that one it got an NC-17 rating too.
I did.
right?
Yeah, you haven't seen this?
I have not seen it.
She's great. She's great.
Yeah.
She's a great Marilyn.
Yeah.
The movie itself, I mean, maybe it's because when I watched it, I had a bit of a fever, but it's one of the most miserable viewing experiences I've ever had.
Oh, really?
The tone of it is just so
Depressing?
dark and depressing, but she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see all.
Why
of
was it
Anna.
rated NC-17? Oh,
Well, you see a lot
all
of. You see all of it,
Oh, okay.
and then
well,
some.
I've got to watch it.
Oh,
then.
really? Eh?
but she's.
That is an incentive to watch.
But she's great. She's
Yeah,
great in the role.
you just sold DDT
Yeah.
on that one.
So I'm gonna pick. My pick
Full frontal.
will be Anna de Armas.
De Armas.
Aramis
Yeah.
from Blonde.
Well, I'm going Kate Blanchett
Okay.
for Tar. Lydia
Ooh.
Tar. She runs the gamut of emotions.
What's that movie about?
She's an orchestra conductor.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
At the top of her game.
kind of like Coda.
well, this movie, this is the Kate Blanchett show. This movie,
Okay.
she's great.
Hmm.
But it could be Michelle Yeoh. That was the other one that was.
You're talking yourself out of it again.
No, I'm just saying.
No, he was
I'm
pretty
giving,
decisive on that
Yeah.
one.
I'm giving props. Is what I'm doing.
There you go.
Okay.
For a steal. I call them steals.
All right. Okay, good. So we have that. And then our final main category
Uh-huh.
is best. Anybody want to jump in? No. Director.
Yeah.
Yeah, best director. So we have Martin McDonagh from The Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah.
We have Daniel Kwan and Daniel. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. You know how to pronounce
They
it?
call them the Daniels.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
what,
the
that's what
Daniels.
everyone calls them.
All right, the Daniels from Everything Everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
To me, that was a shocker to me.
What?
Well, I mean, how old is the guy now?
70s.
What does that matter?
It doesn't matter, but I just thought, like, I haven't heard his name up for an Oscar in
Clint
forever.
Eastwood was like directing or still directing movies, and he's like,
Yeah.
what, 110?
I know. But I'm just saying. So it's Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans,
Yes.
Todd Field, Tar, and then the last one is Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go first then on this one because I haven't seen any of these movies. I'm going to go with usually the director nod gets the best picture nod, does it not? Usually.
They always say that.
Yeah.
That always screws me over
Yeah.
when I do these. But yeah.
But The Fabelmans is not nominated for Best
No.
Picture. So I can't go with that.
Well,
'cause,
okay.
yeah, I mean, I like Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's made a lot of great movies.
Well, The Fableman is on the list of best pictures. It just happens to be on the back
oh,
of
it
your
is.
list.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's on the other side of the
on
page.
the other side of your
Sorry
page.
about that.
You
I
forgot
wasn't
to look
looking.
at the
I forgot.
arrow that
It
it's
didn't say on
continued on the
back.
other
Exactly.
side.
You're right. So The Fablemans is on there.
Your system's broken.
All the other ones are on there too. So I don't know. This one for me, I'll go with Steven Spielberg then.
Yeah.
The Fablemans, because that's all I know.
No, Mr. Hollywood, please.
Am I agreeing with Darcy to Tony? DDT today?
DDT.
Oh.
DDT?
Yeah.
I am. I'm agreeing with DDT. I think Spielberg too. You know,
Wow.
you were surprised. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He makes great movies. The Fablemans, you know what this is about?
No.
It's basically his life.
It's his story.
It's a quasi biopic of him.
Okay. Okay.
And obviously there's a lot of
Nudity.
a lot of passion. It's his most personal movie, and it's great.
Okay.
And he just makes you would think, a movie about his growing up. How could it be? But he makes every scene, the directing and the cinematography is so great. And he's been nominated Best Director for 6 decades. He's the only one that's been in there for 6 decades.
Wow.
It's crazy. He's going to win, I think.
Yeah.
Which is why I
Who
was
is-
surprised you were saying that he was on any list, because he's been on every list.
Well, who's the cinematographer on that one, by the way?
I
know?
don't know the exact name, but
Was it Roger Deakins? Because he is nominated for an
Yes.
award as well.
could
He's
be
one of my favorite
could be.
cinematographers.
But this one, I think, is it's a love letter also to cinema, and of course,
Oh, okay.
the who's voting? People that work
Yeah.
in cinema.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah.
But good. It's a good pick. But
Yeah.
I'm
JB?
interested. I'm interested in the
BJ.
opposing.
You know what? I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I think I will go with the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You're
just for
big
how
on the everything everywhere, blah blah blah.
just for how difficult I think it would be to direct
that movie. Yeah, absolutely.
Just because it's just so out there. But anyway,
statistically, you could be right because as DDT mentioned,
Yes.
usually they go hand in hand. But that hasn't been the case the last few years.
No. It used to be like that.
Used to be very much like that.
Which I'd like to see them get back to that.
that seems to be my pick this year. I don't know.
Especially now that I've picked Steven Spielberg.
There you go.
Yeah, but I didn't pick the Fablemans.
No, you
for
didn't.
Best
So
Picture,
maybe this
no.
year they skip
I
it.
should
and
go
then
back
next
and
year,
change.
No, you can't.
Yeah. I can't. Okay.
So what are we moving on to now?
Well,
we could do. Do we want to do supporting role?
No. Why don't we pick one stupid category?
Okay.
Well, I think we wanted to talk about. I can't.
We're
even
getting up
pronounce it.
there in time, by the way.
Ki Hui Kwan.
Oh, that's right. We never mentioned him. He's nominated for Best Supporting.
Because you said we'd
We
get
probably
back to
mentioned
that,
his
yeah.
name, but we never did. But I think he's my pick to win Best Supporting, and he's in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But he was also the kid from the Indiana Jones, the Goonies.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
speaking of
Okay, that's who it
comebacks,
is.
He's
Okay.
making a big comeback
it's
right
the
now.
comeback year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny.
He's fun.
guy.
Yeah, he's great in this too.
Yeah.
By the way.
I think he's awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to watch it then. I don't know.
You know what? I think you would be highly entertained by some of the stuff in there.
All right. I'll go by.
You got to watch it, and then we'll talk about it
Well,
afterwards.
wait a second. Do you agree with that, Mr. Hollywood?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
I
watch
do.
it.
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
I don't want to go by JB.
I started watching it with my wife.
Yeah.
And
She didn't like it,
I'd say
probably.
about half an hour in, she's like, "What are we watching?"
Yeah, go in blank. I went into the movie theater not knowing,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "What?"
She didn't want to continue.
Oh, okay. Well, I was the opposite. I was like, "What am I watching? Let's see the rest."
I know. Yeah, she was the. What am I watching? Okay, you can finish this one on your own. Yeah. So we paused it, and then I continued later on, and I'm like, "This is fantastic." Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So you got it up there? What's a category that we can make fun of?
Well, we could do costume design,
Costume
animated feature. What else could we do here? Original song, short film.
The shorts, I know nothing.
Okay, let's do short.
If
film.
you wanted to get a stab in the dark,
Yeah, let's do a stab.
Um,
Tell us.
Animated or live action short film.
oh, that's right. They got
There's
this.
two categories
The
now.
more obscure would probably be the animated
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
To be
All right.
honest,
Let's do animated
And no
short.
offense to these wonderful
Animators.
filmmakers,
Exactly.
who put so much their life in, and here we are.
Yeah.
It's all
So
right.
animated short. Give us the.
So the nominees are
Yeah,
The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. That is one.
they're always the most random titles. By the
I
way.
know.
The
Yeah.
Flying Sailor.
There you go.
That's,
That's
Oh,
isn't
yeah, I
that,
like
isn't that
that
your
name.
nickname a while back?
Yeah, it was
high
yeah.
school nickname.
The Ice Merchants.
when I was a seaman.
My Year of Dicks, which
What?
was
Well,
which-
now
What?
that's your high school nickname.
well, that was your high school nickname.
It was just they just called me a
just
dick.
funny that was
Yeah.
that's
But that's the
name
real
of
name
that's
of the
real
that's
name.
the
Yeah,
Year of
my,
Dicks?
my
My
Year of Dicks.
And it's animated.
This is a short film animated
Wow.
movie title.
Huh. Might have to watch
and
that
then
one.
the final category, or one in the category, is An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I Think I Believe It.
No, I think you're making these up.
No,
Yeah.
That sounds like
They're
you're-
not
I,
on my.
I promise.
They're not on my paper. They're not. I
I-
didn't
No,
write
they're
them
real.
down.
He's got an
I
official
have
ballot.
I have an official ballot there.
Yeah.
That I'm basing this on.
See, and I've
I
got-
I went electronic and I found a list
Yeah.
of all of the movies that I didn't need to write out and write continued on the back. just stating for the record.
We got to get back to old school, just writing things down. You know,
But why?
why not?
I don't know.
It's good. Anyway, so who's going first? You want,
I
You
know.
wanna- yeah.
I'll. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go. To me, the most interesting one on this that actually makes me want to go look at it now is or watch it is An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I Think I Believe It.
Okay.
That's the one I'm.
And
That's
you're
the
going
one
with
I'm
that?
going with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Hollywood.
Well, the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. I mean, there's got to be a story there. I'm interested in that one.
Did they blow the house down as well?
I don't know.
The boy,
So- The boy. What? You're going? With
I'm
the
going
boy?
the boy, the horse, the mole, the.
So I've got two that we obviously said, which was the Flying Sailor and My Year of Dicks. I don't want to disparage myself too bad, for my high school nickname. So I'll go with the Flying Sailor. Since
I'd like to see someone announce, on live TV, and the winner is My Year of Dicks.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you change your pick then to that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm staying with the ostrich.
right.
I'm gonna race home and watch that, so I'm up to speed on it. But.
Exactly. So the last thing I think we should do is put Mr. Hollywood on the spot and give him the Lanark pick.
The Lanark pick. So a little bit of history.
Yeah, what is this?
We always make a little bit of fun of Lanark
County.
Lanark County, because I think Duff is actually
He's from Lanark County.
technically from there, so he makes fun of his hometown.
Yeah.
As a kind of a backcountry, not quite as up and up on the electronics and so on. They still have a whole bunch of
DVDs and
DVDs
VHS,
and
beta.
Beta.
There's still dial-up.
Yeah, there's still
internet.
dial-up.
I think at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have internet. Actually.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Lanark
Yeah.
County.
They still have the corner store,
Yeah.
renting movies and
Exactly.
stuff.
So it goes back to the anything 80s, 70s, 90s.
So, they can go to their local Blockbuster and rent this.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So do you have a Lanark pick for us, Mr. Hollywood?
And
We're
it
putting
should-
you on the spot.
But what does that mean? Is that
You
like
got to pick a movie from that era.
Any category. It could be, for example, we were talking about Indiana Jones. You could pick an Indiana Jones, but we've recommended the Indiana Jones
Yeah, we
before.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Lanark pick.
However, we were just talking about Brandon Fraser. So an old school
be
Brandon
that.
Fraser movie could be your Lanark pick. That's
Yeah.
just an example of how we kind of go down that road.
I'm gonna go. So we're renting a movie.
Yes.
Exactly.
Could be VCR. Doesn't even have
Could
to be
be
DVD.
VHS.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Basic Instinct,
Ooh.
Oh.
and here's why.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because people, when the old school, you'd rent these movies, and then
Yeah.
you'd want to pause it at certain points.
Yes.
That is the most paused, and I know this from working at Watch Mojo.
Touche.
The most paused movie moment of all time happens during an uncrossing of the leg scene in Basic Instinct.
Sharon Stone.
I think I've listened to that Watch Mojo.
So if you are
Ironically.
going to rent a movie the old school way,
Yeah.
have some fun with it.
Yes.
And the
Good.
the quality of VHS pausing was always
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh, you'll
phenomenal.
get the
You know how
line.
many,
Yeah.
you know how many times that's been paused? So
Yeah.
the degradation of the tape.
And the line would be right there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. That's that specific
degradation of the tape at that point.
scene.
Yeah. Or the DVD would be scratched.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
With
That's a
an
good pick.
Ice
Yeah.
pick.
That's a
There you go.
great Lanark pick.
Okay.
I'm sure,
Lanark-
I'm sure they have it.
Yeah, they would have
for
it.
sure.
Oh,
They
definitely.
probably have a couple.
Yeah. They have a few of those, yeah.
They have a few on the shelf.
So Mr. Hollywood's Lanark pick of the week is Basic Instinct. Perfect. Great way to end the show. Great way to end having Mr. Hollywood on as a guest. Thank you so much for coming on again this week.
Well, thanks for having me. No,
Yeah.
I'm excited
Showing
to be
up
here.
in person.
Cheers to all your listeners and happy award season, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Happy award season and the big game too.
Big
Hope
game, yeah.
hope it's an entertaining one.
Yep. Exactly.
And other than that, I don't really care.
Okay, good.
Make some nachos and watch some football.
That's it. Good stuff. All right. Well, that is
Cop.
Car, Coffee. Oh,
What do you think?
good stuff. Good stuff.
I think there was a
Thank
bit too
you,
much
Mr. Hollywood.
slurping still.
Really? I didn't
don't
think there
know.
was enough. Yeah.
Was this? I hate to say it this way, but was this better than when we had you in the backseat of your car?
Are we still rolling? Because
A little bit.
I got
This
to
is-
call my driver.
This is the post.
I got to get out of here.
He's got to drive.
No, this is fun.
Yeah.
I would totally. And by the way, the staff here at Scotty's, I'm fully caffeinated for the rest of the week.
You're good.
Yeah.
I don't think my
Yes.
coffee cup ever reached the end.
That's
they're
perfect.
not cheap on coffee.
No,
no.
great.
Exactly.